Transformers Revenge of the Fallen on DVD October 20th, has teamed up with ESPN to bring you a special promotion. And listen to this, a chance to win a VIP trip to Homestead Miami Speedway to meet Ryan Newman and Jeff Gordon. Go to ESPN.com, search keyword Transformers to enter now. You'll have a chance to pick which of these drivers you think will finish ahead of the other and win that VIP trip to the Homestead Miami Speedway to meet Ryan Newman and Jeff Gordon. Check it out now at ESPN.com, keyword Transformers. This is a race for 9th and 10th spots. Gordon in the 24, in 9th, Newman in the 39, trying to take it away from him. Wow, multiple views there.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Give that one to Ryan, it looks like now.
These guys have been running really hard all night long, and they've been stuck around each other. Neither one being able to advance their positions, but they're racing hard.
And from the pit studio, Bestwick Brad and Rusty talking about Denny Hamlin. Remember, Brad, on Countdown, we talked about Hamlin had a little issue last week.
Made a mistake. It cost him a lot of points last week. He's back up front, familiar position for Denny. He's running really smart. He's very strong hot rod tonight. If he can just keep himself in the clean air, he has a great chance to finish up front.
And try and regain some of that lost ground from California. Now, Matt Kenseth led off the last pit stops, took 2 tires. Remember, he gave up the lead to Jimmy Johnson. He fell back to 3rd. Rusty just passed Johnson for 2nd.
I tell you, I've been really watching him really hard. I want to see how these two tires are progressing. And right now, they seem like they're working really good for Matt Kenseth. Just like you said, Alan, he just passed Jimmy Johnson, moved into 2nd position, and for what I'm seeing, he's starting to catch Denny Hamlin. So the 2 tires are working good. We heard they're not working good for Ryan Newman, though, but for Kenseth, they're working perfect right now.
Leaders all pitted under the caution at lap 36 is when Kenseth took those rights only. The restart was at lap 43. So we are coming up to a set of green flag pit stops here. And another chance for guys to make mistakes and cost themselves some ground, and we'll have to keep an eye on it. Meantime, what's going on with Jimmy Johnson? Let's listen.
3097, pick up 210, sir. I will come down pit road and strangle you if you're going to be like this. I was trying to tell you did a good job.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that Chad's trying to pump him up and make him feel good. He's not wanting to have anything of it. He knows he's got a car that's not hooked up right now, not handling good, and Chad's trying to make him feel good about it.
That's what Chad does very well. He's been a master motivator, and he's trying to keep Jimmy pumped up. Dave, do you have something for us?
Yeah, Big Brad, there was some more radio that would have made you chuckle. Chad radio, Jimmy radio, what do you want me to do? As he lost 2nd place, Chad said, go faster, and Jimmy radio back, not possible.
If only it were that simple, right? Mark Martin in the 5, racing Casey Mears in the 07 for a spot. Montoya there mixing it up as well. Doc, DJ, and Andy, that's for 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Montoya, guys, is faster than the leader is right now. He is the fastest car on the racetrack. That 42 being shown back in 5th position. And DJ, you've been watching him. He's been very, very high, just sailing right by him.
Yeah, there's not a lot of traffic up there for him, but he's getting a great run off the corners and is able to pass Mark Martin. You see Casey Mears there doing an outstanding job also. He wasn't very good in practice yesterday. Strong run last week, but looked like this 2 tires is working for his car too.
48 car and the 18 car battling. That's 3rd and 4th position. Jimmy Johnson trying to hold off Kyle Busch, and Kyle will go all the way down on the bottom of the racetrack and hug that white line and take the spot away. Sure, Jimmy Johnson isn't going to mind getting on pit road here in a few laps and getting some adjustments done to his Chevy.
This is, you know, Jimmy has just dominated everything this weekend. This is the first time we've seen him vulnerable at all. Look at this. Look at Montoya, man. He is flying up there. Man, when he gets back to the throttle, he is wide open in it, getting a great run. Once again, he's making these straightaways so much longer. He's not getting in real hard here. You see him get out a little bit early, but watch him get to the gas right here and pull away from Jimmy. Like I say, no traffic up there in that lane he's in. Well, look at this. He just take any lane he wants.
Saw Bobby Labonte's car peel off and head down.
Yeah, it kind of trapped Kyle Busch. It surprised him. He had to slow down and get out of the throttle not to run over Bobby Labonte coming on the pit road.
Kyle right down on the bumper now, the 48 car, as the 42 goes by, and Montoya is 3rd. It is Hamlin, Kenseth, Montoya, Johnson, and Kyle Busch right now the top 5. And there comes the 07. You talked about Mears, and Kyle will make it 3 wide.
That's a pretty good move right there. Having confidence in your cars. Kenseth on pit road.
Let's go down to Jamie.
89 laps on those left tires for here, and these tires love the cold temperature. Ford Tires car is very consistent for Matt Kenseth. Hasn't said a word this
Yeah, you see the breakdown right there, the right side, and Jack Man timing around the car. Left side. This is one of the best pit crews on pit road. You just saw it work there.
See Carl Edwards in already up pit road. Jamie.
And Carl Edwards just frustrated with this car. He said, I don't know what it's going to do. I can't predict it. He's tight in the center of 3 and 4, loose everywhere else. After that last stop, they have not made up any track position. They made those huge wedge adjustments and track bar. He's down. Dave?
As Jimmy Johnson lost the lead early, the car was a little bit darty. Then it went to the tight side, tight in both ends of the track. You see the chassis adjustment for Jimmy, as well as air pressure, trying to find his way back toward the front. A race car that just wouldn't turn for him the way it did early in the run. And they finish up and a little bit slow on the rear there as Casey Mears gets around him on that round of pit stops. Vince?
The 5 of Mark Martin. Mark said the car started out a little bit loose, but it snugged up quite nicely. He didn't want any changes. They're just going to give him 4 tires and fill it up full of Sunoco fuel. That's a good sign for the 5 if he gets out in clean air, not requesting any changes to this car.
Saw major adjustments on the 48. Here's a 39 car of Newman in trouble with the left front.
Oh, big trouble. A lot of trouble here, man. This is taking a long time. 21 seconds. It's going to cost him a ton of spots.
Shannon.
Casey Kane, 3-time winner at this track, says he really needs help on entry. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment to the front tire liners, and you saw a chassis adjustment going on. It looks like it's going to be 4 tires for the 9 car of Casey Kane. Vince.
The 14 of Tony Stewart, he says it just keeps getting tighter and tighter. They're going to make a chassis adjustment, also air pressure adjustment on the 14. 4 tires and fuel as the crew chief Alan Gustafson tries to get this car to work a little bit better for Tony Stewart.
Dave.
Kyle Busch had been making up ground on the track. They made the car worse the last time. As you see him angle in the box, he is legal right now inside that pit box, but it was loose on the gas, but it was fast. So they'll make an air pressure adjustment this time as they'll take on 4 tires. You see Paul Menard pitting behind him as well. The 2 car of Kurt Busch is on pit road. They wanted to put air pressure into, actually leaving pit road right now. The car went tight on them, so they're going to make an air pressure adjustment for Kurt. Vince?
Juan Pablo Montoya, boy, hasn't he been entertaining to watch tonight. He's reeled off some of the fastest laps on the track. 4 tires and fuel for Juan Pablo. It's just a little bit snug, he says, but it's good. No changes. Dave?
On lap 76, Denny Hamlin reported that the car had gone to the tight side, so they reduced the air pressure in that right front tire before they put it on for Denny.
So a round of green flag pit stops, and as they cycle back around with Denny Hamlin on pit road, this car, Matt Kenseth, should return as our leader. And we talked about the latest generation of Roush Fenway car, and it has been a bit of a struggle this year for this whole team. The only 2 Ford wins the entire 2009 season belong to this guy, the Daytona 500, and in California in race number 2.
See, this 11 car is 3 seconds behind Matt Kenseth. You talked about Matt's pit crew being one of the best, and Matt is absolutely one of the best of getting on and off pit road. He does it week in and week out, and that pays big dividends when you have these green flag pit stops.
Dave?
And one thing you guys talk about a lot is how staying out can lose you time on the track. And Denny stayed out 1 extra lap so that he didn't have any confusion with the 98 car of Paul Menard pitting in front of him and wanting to pit the lap before him. So he stayed out 1 lap longer on older tires, and that did cost him a little bit of time in the 17.
So an entire round of green flag pit stops, and now we are just 3 laps away from the 100 lap mark here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Matt Kenseth, our leader, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Casey Mears, and Jimmy Johnson, the top 5.